de Interlagos lembrar de um dos maiores ídolos da história do esporte brasileiro, Ayrton Senna, por causa de dois pilotos. O primeiro, um menino holandês que adora
Traverso, la prende, la tiene, sì.
Mamma mia, che controllo!
So we've got a special treat to show you on the SkyPad for this week. Max has happily joined us to talk through exactly what happened. Max, I can even remember 4 or 5 years ago watching you at South Garda in the rain, destroying the opposition. You looked electric, no like last week, and it was a pleasure to watch you. What I want to do, I want you to show me exactly what you're thinking, how you thought as that process went on and on the first lap. And exactly the first thing we want to pick up on is why you've chose to start in second gear.
Yeah, I mean, the team basically told me to start in second. They said it would be better. And as you could see, it was actually a very good start. I mean, I got a bit blocked in between all the hassle with Sainz with the slick tires. But then I still managed to overtake some people here. And here I just wanted to stay out of the wake of the cars to get a bit of downforce on the front. And yeah, I mean, this is anyway still a better line than trying to squeeze behind him. And then here, you always know around the outside is more grip. And it opens up also the next corner because you have, better traction. So I got another place there, which helped a lot.
Yeah, and then into turn 5, you choose the opposite side again, exactly what they're not doing in front of you.
Just finding clean air so you can brake later. You have more load on the front. You will not lock up. And then here, you have to feel your way into it a bit. And yeah, got another place. And here as well, I tried to be a bit in the middle. So you have, again, more load on the front to turn the car, as you could see. And here I just basically followed Kvyat because he was pushing it as well. I overtook Fernando as well, so that was not a bad line, I guess.
I was just going to say, this guy's a world champion and respected as one of the best, and you're driving around the outside, making him look very different, aren't you?
Yeah, but as you can see, he was washing out a lot in the front because of Massa, and I was just trying to find a bit of a line around the outside where there's a bit more grip anyway.
Now, skill or luck? I think luck, you may say skill. You can watch it. I mean, on the rack stops, it's as good a drift as you're going to get. As you open the power.
I mean, you can see when I upshifted, it happened. So I upshifted, it gives you a kick of torque, and because the tires were really, really cold, and you are already pulling a bit of load on the car, I just lost it. And then I ran out of space with my arms. I just released the steering wheel, and it went to the left, so it locked it even more, and that was good because that's what I needed to turn the car. So I think the initial reaction, you have to be quick, but then it's a bit of luck that the car doesn't snap away.
Honestly, what were you thinking when you were on the racks?
I was myself. Yeah.
Now, different tyres. Kimmy's in front. You guys had a bit of fun last year racing each other, but to be honest, again, you made him look very average. You tuck up on the inside. Look at that. Now, as we can hear on the traction, you're right on the fine line of what it is in the grip.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just basically you start to hear the rear tires like they're just ripping apart a bit, and then I think the engine has a bit of vibrations as well, especially in slippery conditions. I think the Ferrari last year what I drove didn't have that as much, but I think it's a bit of part of the engine as well.
Cool. Nothing better than passing your teammate, dry conditions, same car. What were you thinking here? You could see that you were quicker at this point.
Yeah, I got a bit stuck, so I needed to get past to at least get clear of this pack because I had the Ferraris behind me pushing really hard. So yeah, I just dived up in the inside without locking a front, which is always very positive, I guess. You're
both very aware. You give us great racing, you and Danny Rick. I think the respect is there, and you both know exactly what you got to do. Yeah. Last lap, the pressure, he was ramping it on. I think you were running out of front tyres at this point. Yeah. We're just going to watch into turn 5. You lock the outside front. Were you thinking he's going to get you?
Not here, but of course it lines him up better, in the other corners. But I was just basically both my stints on the dry, I was lacking a lot of front grip. So my whole race was a bit compromised because of that. You're just waiting for the front to turn. It was not turning. You lose temperature on the front wheels. You cannot hit the brakes anymore as hard. And that's basically what happened in my last lap. Like, I braked and it just locked up. Like, there was no feel anymore from the tire.
So you see Danny Rick's got the rear wing open, DRS. You're just going to watch you looking on the mirror. So you're aware exactly where he is. And I think you position the car perfectly here. Obviously a bit damp on the inside, but you've covered it perfectly. And I think at that point, it's game over, isn't it?
Yeah,
you just watch him on the exit. I mean, he was very close, actually, just to catch in the grass.
Yeah.
Were you aware of that on the mirrors?
No, I was already looking ahead because that's it normally after that corner. You just focus ahead and try to just take a normal line through the last corner and bring it home.
It was a mega race to watch. Now, something I want to go back to. This guy, I had a picture of him on my wall when I was growing up. You're obviously born after this era, 1993. This was a very special moment, exactly what it is. What does he mean to you?
Yeah, I've seen this race as well later, and of course it was a great race to watch, and also to, how we got through the field. I mean, it's always a good inspiration, I think.
I think he does exactly what you do. He's brave. He looks exactly where he needs to be. I mean, he's racing Schumacher, Prost, Hill. They're all in there. They're all world champions, all guys that we idolise. But Senna just does exactly what you do. Mixed conditions, Donington Park, I don't know if you've driven there yourself, but you watch down the Craner curves. I mean, this is a tricky zone. But you just watch, round the outside, away he goes, and he's picking the bits of the track, like you say. He's got the downforce he wants. He's thinking ahead of the game. He has got them. You've said it, not me. But you just look, I mean, what you were doing last week, and he had this absolutely nailed. And just on he went. I mean, one of the most special first laps, but I think you obviously passed more cars in China. You were a bit out of position in qualifying, a bit unfortunate, but what can we say? We want to see more of this, Max.
I'll do my best.
You've been busy on the track, keeps me busy watching this and keeps my work going, so you definitely deserve driver of the day, and thanks.